So my name's Amelia Blanton. I'm a staff member here at St. Louis University. I work for the School of Social Work as an administrative assistant. I have a longer history with SLU than that, though. I did my undergrad here from 2007 to 2011. While I was here, I was involved in a lot of things, to say the least. The primary one was the MICA program, though, while I was here. A huge part of SLU's mission and understanding of what it does is that we walk with people. We walk with students as they're here and transforming and shaping them into men and women for others. We walk with faculty and staff who are either very familiar with the Jesuit mission and identity or not at all through the different phases of their life in their time and tenure here. We walk with the community that we interact with, those people that live in the St. Louis University area, those people outside of that in the St. Louis community, even broader in Missouri and in the U.S. and in the globe, if you want to expand it that far, that we're walking with people and doing that. And in all of that, I'm not doing it for me, right? I'm not doing it because it's going to make me feel good or I'm going to get something out of it. Though that often is what happens, that I end up getting a lot out of my service. But more that the reason that I'm doing it, the inspiration behind it is for that service of God. It's for, as the Jesuits say, AMDG. It's for the greater glory of God, and that everything that we do should seek to follow that. And even if that means, you're like me in the School of Social Work, and God is not necessarily part of what I talk to students about or work with, but that the work that I do is focused on that, and it's not self-centered. And if at any point it becomes about me, then I'm doing something very, very wrong. And that it should not be about me. It needs to be about the students, the faculty, the staff that I'm working with, the university as a whole, and ultimately the mission that we have is for the service of God. And one of the most profound things that I think that students should and do, and faculty and staff as well, one of the things you get from doing service work, from walking with others, is once you do that, and once I meet people in their realities, whether that's serving soup at a food kitchen or tutoring kids after school, or whatever it is, that I can no longer ignore the realities that they're in. And it is there, it is present, and it faces me, and hopefully then when I go home, it bothers me, and it sits with me. And so one of the kind of the most profound experiences I had, I was volunteering at Our Lady's Inn and providing it's a place where women who are pregnant or who have children can go to kind of seek refuge and take care of things. And so they offered childcare so moms could take a nap or a shower or go shopping or do whatever they needed to do for that hour or 2 hours while we took care of the kids. And one afternoon I was sitting there working with one of the young boys, and he was probably like 4-ish, and we were coloring, and I noticed that his shoe was untied. And I said, let's tie your shoe so you don't trip. And his response was, oh yeah, and he kind of mumbled something, and I said, well, what did you say? And he said, well, yeah, I have to have it tied so I don't fall when I'm running away from the police. And he was 4 years old, and he said that to me. And it was like just this moment of, he's 4 years old, and this is his reality. Like, this is the world he lives in. This is the socialization he's been brought up in. And one, I am extremely privileged, and that was never something I ever had to think about or worry about. And yet, that's something that at 4 years old, this young man is worried about. And so after that, it's something that I couldn't ignore anymore. I can't not think about the systemic social injustices and racial injustices and socioeconomic injustices, and I can't not think about those because I had this experience one-on-one with this young man, who made me laugh, who I really enjoyed spending time with, and I think that students get that from those individual experiences there, and it can be something very local, like here, in the St. Louis community. It can be going on a service trip somewhere, in Appalachia, and realizing the reality that so many people live in. And again, we talk about these things in class, right? You hear about them. I learn about this idea of social injustices and inequality, and what does the church have to say about this, and why is it important? And I can theoretically think about it up here. But part of the Jesuit understanding of what education means is not only that I learn about it up here, but I have to learn about it here too. And so I have to go and I have to serve with these people, and whether, again, that's in St. Louis or wherever, and I have to understand it in a new way, and then I can come back into the classroom or small groups or wherever it is and reflect on that more and say, oh, okay, this is like, I know it, and I've really felt it, and I've seen it, and now I got to process it and figure out, like, okay, what are the next steps? What does that mean for me now?